Welcome back to the channel, Shoe Fanatics. This should be a pretty good one today. As a content creator, you understand that your channel probably goes by three main criteria: personality, production, and pickups. So what that means is either they like you or you don't, they like what they see or they don't, or you have pickups that they're interested in a timely fashion. So for example, early releases, shock drops, things that people haven't got their hands on, people are going to tune into your channel more. In that particular case, this may be a case of too little too late, but I'm excited as ever to review this shoe. There's a little bit of an interesting backstory behind how I acquired it, and you know what? It's always good to check out things that maybe you're interested in. So let's get right into it. This is a shoe that I actually doubled up on, quite by accident as a matter of fact. If you go back and look at any OG release, I'm talking about a Black Cement 3, a Black Cement 4, a Fire Red 5, a Fire Red 4, any original Jordan 1, prices had either doubled or close to double inside of 2 years. This particular shoe I managed to pick up for $250 from StockX. I decided to get it while the getting was good. Now the reason why I didn't hit on the shoe on the sneakers app February 13th, release day Saturday, is because the shoe was marred with some major QC issues. As you'll see in the picture, some of the shoes that went to the foot stores had quality control issues. The midsole was either painted pink or had pink bleed into the shoe after they left the Nike factory. So what did Nike do? They requested all the pairs from the foot sites be sent back to Nike for quality control. So when that happened, the stock of the shoe was drastically reduced, even on the sneakers app. That being said, your boy ended up taking an L. I had been talking about this shoe for months, and I knew I had to have it. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought it on StockX. Now due out April 10th is a Jordan 5 Toro Bravo, aka the Raging Bull. That shoe, certain users, never me, were granted exclusive access. I figured I had to try anyway, logged into the app, and lo and behold, what do I see? Jordan 6 Carmines. So yeah, of course, I bought it. And there you have it. Even though I'm trying to downsize my collection by selling various things, I'm now having 2 Jordan 6 Carmines. Just got my pair from StockX. We're gonna open up the box and see how it looks. Standard Jordan 6 box with the OG paint splatter all over it. Size tag reads Air Jordan 6 Retro, white Carmine black, size 11. Ladies and gentlemen, back in the OG form for the first time in 30 years, I'm pleased to present to you the Air Jordan 6 Carmine. Upon removing it from the box, whatever preservative that we all like to smell on the shoe is incredibly strong on this one. So here's a StockX authentication, here's a StockX tag, and here is the Jordan 6 Carmine. Right off the bat, you can notice that this shoe is covered in a typical Jordan brand leather with that either red suede or nubuck. Again, I'm not the materials guy. Feels pretty good though, it's nice. The red tongue sheath as well as the red lace lock. Trying to do a deep dive into my shoe, I don't think that this shoe is too pink on the sole. Time will tell once I get it out in the sun, which I will do later on. Back for the first time in 30 years is that Nike Air on the ass, black rubber tongue, as well as black lining on the inside. Hopefully the camera's picking up that Nike Air on the insole, icy blue translucent outsoles on the bottom with that red Jumpman underneath. As far as outsoles go, you really can't beat that icy blue. Now be advised, over time icy blue soles will start to turn yellow. There's really not much you can do about this. Even if you protect your shoes as best possible, keeping them in a box, keeping them in drop front cases, this is going to happen eventually. If I'm not mistaken, both these pairs are releases from 2014 maybe. So here we are 7 years later, and we got these yellowing. Black spoiler with that hint of Carmine red. For those of you who may be wondering where the red is actually derived from, it comes from bugs. Bugs. There's actually a Mexican bug that feeds off the cacti plant's fruits, and it consumes so much fruit that its body turns red. Now that bug is then ground up to dust and made into a paste, and the red is a very deep like red, which is in fact called carmine. Pretty much how flamingos eat so much shrimp that their feathers turn pink. Look it up. This particular carmine hue is a little bit darker than the pairs released in the past, where it had a little bit of a lighter red or a pinkish hue infused into it. But brand Jordan did the damn thing and made it a nice deep carmine colorway for this 2021 release. And this shoe also has the original shape, feel, and construction of the 1991 release. Jordan debuted this shoe at season open and wore it a couple of times throughout the year. Now, he didn't happen to win a championship in this particular colorway, but definitely this was his breakthrough silhouette, and this was the one that pioneered it all. He was actually pretty fond of the shoe and wore it a couple of times through the season, as I mentioned, as well as in a lot of promotional videos. Now, feel free to fact check me on this. If I'm not mistaken, the Jordan 6 Carmine is one of 5 original colorways released back in 1991. Just for reference, again, I'm talking about the Jordan 6 Carmine, the Jordan 6 Black Infrared, the Jordan 6 White Infrared, the Jordan 6 Sport Blue, and the last piece of my collection, the Jordan 6 Maroon, which I really do want and I have to figure out how to get for a decent price and in good condition. That particular shoe also does have a Nike Air on the behind, as opposed to these guys, which just have Jumpman Air. Nike Air on the butt is such a classic and iconic signature that they make these shoes worth the headache. Of the OG pairs that I do have, the Jordan 6 Infrared is probably my most favorite, followed closely behind the Jordan 6 Carmine, which makes this pickup all the more special. OG 6 collection is nearly complete. It will be the first complete silhouette that I have, and so I'm trying to do that sooner rather than later. Again, as I mentioned, if you do want this shoe, don't sleep. However, buyer beware. 2 things. I can't pretend to know how the market is going to fluctuate. I would suggest you do your research. But as I mentioned, just take a look at any OG release. Anything that Jordan put on his foot at one time or another is bound to skyrocket. Jordan 6 Carmine is no exception. So you may want to buy sooner rather than later. Number 2, I can't guarantee you that you're not going to get a pair that does not have that pink midsole problem. That makes me all the more thankful that I do have a pair from Sneakers app, which I'm really hoping has been a pair that's been QAQC'd. At the very least, this will probably be my beater pair, and I will have one to rock and one to stock. I really like the Jordan 6 so much, I had to make sure my babies got a pair. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna do something that a lot of YouTubers don't do. I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot in these shoes, take them outside, do some on-feet shots. I thank you guys for sticking in there with me. I'm hoping I can come up on that Jordan 6 Maroon in the size 11. Someone wanna throw your boy one? Other than that, I have been Jay Shoe Fanatic. Again, check the B-roll, check the on feet. I've been selling up a couple of my pairs to try to bring something special to the channel. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Like on Twitter, J_Shoe Fanatic, Jay Shoe Fanatic on Instagram, and stay tuned for more content and more heat coming to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love over the past year. It's been a blast. I'll see you on the next one. Like smell. Oh, the original cut. There it absolutely is. I might like it better than the 2020 version. Oh, right. And I had it.